From the south side of Chicago, welcome to the home of the White. So striding in, Lorenzo Cain. He will lead this one off today. Here's the first pitch to him. And now look out as that runs in and gets him. And a very interesting start to this one. Fellas, these White Sox, as they enter play today, they're definitely in a nice stretch. They've won 6 of their last 7 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, the first game of any series is super important. You have a chance to set the tone, whether it's 3-game set or a 4-game set. You take the first one, you put that other team on their heels.
There's a fastball right over the inside corner, and set up working the plate is Larry Bullard, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Hey, behind the dish, D-roll, Larry Bullard. Pretty standard guy, works it. The only problem, I think, at times, hitters have a little bit difficult time. He'll give a little bit on that inside corner and outside corner. Not very consistent.
Yeah, but Larry's approachable. That's the one thing. If you turn around and say, is that as far as you're going on the outer half, he's usually going to tell you.
With that, here's a look at the Brewers starting lineup. Who stands out to you, Danny?
You know, I think everyone should keep an eye on Christian Yelich. He had 20 ribbies last month. That's RBIs. That's ribeye steaks. However you want to put it, he drove in 20 men. When you're doing that over the course of a month, that's some pretty consistent hitting.
Thames behind 1-2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Ulysses Chacin gets the start for Milwaukee in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, if you're looking for Achilles heel from this pitcher, this jumps right out at you. Right-handed batters are hitting over 300 on the season against this guy. That's something he's going to have to improve on if he expects to pitch well in this one.
Time now to check the starting lineup card for the Chi Sox in this one. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
Well, Matt, the guy to watch has to be Jose Abreu. He's really excelled against right-handed pitching this season, hitting over 300 against them coming in. So given the matchup he's faced with here, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see him make some noise at the plate.
First baseman, Jose Abreu.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A fastball that finds the outside corner. Dan, D-Row, these Brewers, as they begin play here this afternoon, they've been on the skids recently, losers in 7 of their last 9 ball games.
Yeah, guys, yesterday.
And he dives to make a spectacular catch. And that brings up the left-handed hitting Travis Shaw. He was responsible for both of his club's runs batted in last night's ball game. 1-0 the count. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike 1. Inoa has made a name for himself as a starter that simply misses the barrel of the bat. He rarely allows a large number of hits, and he does a pretty good job at keeping the ball in the ballpark when the hitters do make contact.
Yeah, Matt, and that's not an easy thing to do. I think one of the reasons is he changes speeds really well, and he throws both sides of the plate. One of the keys to missing the barrels, you have to be able to throw inside and throw outside, and he's about as good as it gets in baseball at missing barrels.
The classic back foot slider right there with 2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice layoff right there. Fight for another pitch. All right, guys, here's the defensive alignment for the Chicago White Sox. And, guys, the things I want you to focus on today, one of them being this manager loves to shift. He has the pitching staff to trust to be able to manipulate his defense to try and get as many outs and play the numbers as much as he can.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, I love the aggressive nature this guy's pitching with. He's got focus. He's commanding the fastball, really being aggressive right now. A lot different than his last start where he took a loss and seemed timid and scared to attack the zone.
Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. Digging in now for the Brewers, Jesus Aguilar. He's assuming the role of DH in this interleague matchup.
Yeah, Matt, that's one of the funny things about National League teams playing in AL ballparks. All of a sudden, the lineup kind of changes dramatically. But the cool thing is it gets more guys a chance to get some at-bats or time in the field.
Here's the first pitch to him. And that one just missed outside. Hits it high and deep out to center field. Looking up is Pilar. And off the batter's eye for a home run. An impressive shot to dead center field. Stepping in now, Manny Pena. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. And he's carrying a batting average of just over 300. So clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. A ball and a strike now. Now a foul tip that's held onto at the plate, and the count moves to 1-2 now. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike three. But the Brewers are on the board first thanks to this solo home run.
And leading off for the White Sox.
Here comes the first pitch. Way in front of a great slider that time. Couldn't wait back. A swing and a miss. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
There's another slider. That's back-to-back good sliders, and this guy's breaking ball is really good. And when he's throwing it well like he is, and he's confident with it, he can throw it 3 or 4 times in a row. A really good slider in this one.
So it was a swinging strike three. Chris Davis is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. No balls and a strike to count. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him.
Hey, this pitcher better watch himself right here. The way this guy's swinging, he's got aggressive things on his mind.
And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away. Here's Miguel Sano. He drove in 2 of his club's 3 runs in last night's affair. And a foul tip held onto here at strike 1.
Hey, he's looking to punch out the side right here. And if this guy's going to do him favors and swing outside the zone, that's exactly what's going to happen.
And he lays off for ball 1. Chacin looks in. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. And that's through for a hit.
You know, Dero, it's not always easy to hit in the day games. First 5 hitters, 5 up, 5 down. 6-hole hitter, though. He must have gotten a good night's sleep last night.
That's exactly where I was going, Dan. First 5 guys in the order looked like they were still asleep rolling out of bed. Those day games will creep up on you. 6-hole guy was locked and loaded.
He's set. Here it comes. A ball and no strikes.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
Now a pitch runs in on him here, and all he can do is flare one fouled off to the right side. Curveball bounces, and this one gets away. And that's going to move that runner into scoring position now. Sano at second with 2 down. And he chased it in the dirt. And that ends the inning. A man left for the White Sox. They're down 1-0. Next for Milwaukee, Orlando Arcia. He'll step in to lead it off in the top of the 3rd. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Now the 0-1. Sent on the ground out to second. Moncada gloves it. Throw to first in time. And the leadoff man is gone to start the 3rd.
Now batting, the center fielder,
In now is Lorenzo Cain. He was plunked with a pitch in his first trip to the plate. First pitch on its way. A slider that just grabs the outside corner. The 0-1. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Bases are empty, one man out. And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are two gone now. Digging in for his second at bat, Jonathan Villar. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. In there for strike one, 0-1.
With 2 outs, they're not playing him to bunt here, and he didn't show it there, but I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't at least thinking about it. He handles the bat pretty well, and he can definitely run.
And he misses there, 1-2.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though.
And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Leading off the inning, Avisail Garcia, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A swing and a miss at the big curveball.
Hey, when I see a swing like that, this guy made up his mind before that pitcher even came set. He was pulling the trigger no matter what.
And it's 0-2 to Avisail Garcia. Ready with the 0-2. Into center field, line drive, base hit. So the leadoff man is aboard to start out the inning.
Dan, how hard is it to massage your way through such a deep lineup? I mean, even the 8 and 9 hole hitters are solid big league players.
You know, Mark, these days you're not seeing a lot of defensive specialists in the infield or outfield. If you're in that starting lineup these days, there's a pretty good job you can swing the bat.
No balls and 1 strike. 0-1 pitch on its way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Moncada is a guy that can really pick him up and put him down, if you will. He's a plus runner and really uses speed to his advantage in multiple ways on the field.
Yeah, and it works for him. It works for him in a lot of ways, like you said, Matty. Hits the ball on the ground. He has the potential to beat it out. I can't tell you what this does for an infield or an outfield defense to be put on their toes and have to make plays against this guy.
Now here's the pitch. And a ball, 1-0.
Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at-bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
And you wonder about the control now as he misses high with the slider. The 2-0 is in there for strike one. Now the 2-1. Hit to short. Garcia has it. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a fastball just a bit high. Hit to first. Taken in by Abreu. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
First baseman, number 7.
Ready for another chance. Eric Thames looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at bat. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike one.
That changeup came in at 89 miles an hour. You know a guy throws hard when his off speed is in the high 80s.
And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. The 2-2 had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. The 2-2 one more time is laid off, and the count runs full. Travis Shaw will be next. Now the 3-2 pitch. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat. Riding in once again, Travis Shaw. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Swung on and missed, outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
Yeah, guys, the key to hitting in the big leagues is to hit off the heater, and this guy is obviously sitting something else.
And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Now the 1-1 pitch. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
You can tell this offense is getting frustrated, but this might be one you have to shower off. When a guy's locating like this, fastball at the knees and to both corners, it's going to be tough for them to do anything with it. Adapt and persevere. That's what I always said on the offensive side. Down in the count right there. Batter hits a ground ball the other way. He's able to fight off the tough count and get himself a base hit.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Here's the 1-0. And he just misses with a curveball.
Boy, this is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like this. 2-0 count. We'll see right here if he lays one in there to give him a pitch to swing at.
The 2-1 home. Now look out as this is whistled foul off to the right side. Here now the 2-2 is looked at and the count moves full.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. Popped up. Sano is there to make the catch and the side is retired. Brewers strand 1, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Digging in to try it again, Jose Pirela set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning. Hit hard back up the middle. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now. So it's a base knock to lead off their half of the 4th.
Dan, that can't bother you too much as a pitcher. Guys swinging first pitch.
Now, one of the things you want to do, D-Row, is you have to try to get ahead with the first pitch. You want to throw one of the first 2 pitches for strikes. Unfortunately, sometimes when you bring the ball in the strike zone, you're bound to give up some base hits, but hopefully he can minimize the damage here.
Soft liner towards center. In there, a base hit.
Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that was a soft liner, finding a way to get hits.
Yeah, he usually hits rockets and catches the barrel, but even his soft liners fall. Dan, he has a knack for keeping his bat in his zone and giving himself a chance much longer than the average ball player.
Here's Chris Davis now, and he puts it on the ground to second. There's one on to first, and they get the double play. So stepping in, Paul DeYoung, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. He's set and the pitch. And he goes the other way, but he got a lot of it deep down the line. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball.
That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse, and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
Hit out towards second, and this is a base hit, and that'll get him on the board as this ball game is tied at 1.
Boy, that's a big pick-me-up right there. After the ground ball double play, that runner at third could have been stranded. Big, and I mean big, 2-out base hit.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, picking up your teammates right there. You know, after grounding into a double play, you watch your teammate go back to the dugout dejected, costing his team 2 outs, and you find a way to bail him out. Nice piece of hitting.
Here's Miguel Sano, line towards center field. Kane will get there, and he puts it away to retire the. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jesus Aguilar. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. Here's a called strike on the curveball, 1-2.
Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Yeah, it really does, Matt, but this offense isn't helping him too much. It sort of feels like the next team to score is going to win this thing.
Hit hard up the middle. And that's through for another base hit. They'll make it 2 for 2 in this one. So there'll be a man aboard here to start out their half of the 5th.
Hey, they weren't going to keep this guy down for long. That's the ebbs and flows of a baseball season. Bottom line is this guy has bat-to-ball skills. You knew he was going to get hot eventually.
Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. 0-1 pitch on its way. He's running. Slow grounder to first. He's got it, and this will wind up working as a sacrifice as he steps on first, allowing the runner to move into second. Next to bat, Orlando Arcia. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And he'll start him with a fastball that misses down and away for a ball. 1-0. Hit hard towards center. And that's in there. Base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with 1 away.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
They had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets through, but eventually does get to third base.
He's 0 for 1 thus far. 2-0 to the Brewers center fielder. The 2-0. A swing and a miss, strike 1.
Count 2-1.
1 run, 4 hits, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. Lays off the breaking pitch, and it's 3 balls and a strike.
Couldn't be a whole lot better situation to hit in now. 3-1, 2 on. He's got to be thinking he's going to get a pitch he can drive right here.
And not in time as the run scores.
So frustrating, Dero. You make a good pitch and you get these guys that can run around and they're fast. You think you have an out, and all of a sudden it turns into an infield single.
Yeah, this is definitely part of his game, the ground attack, Dan. He's a speedster. He's going to get a ton of infield singles, and he knows how frustrated that pitcher is.
This is a tough guy right here to hit into a double play. He's fast, and he swings from the left side, so out of the box he's going to get a good break. You might have to try to...
First offering on its way. Lofted in the air out toward right center. On the move is Pilar. But it's the right fielder that gets there to make the catch. And that's the second out of the inning. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. Ready for another shot now, Eric Thames. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Right through it here, and he's behind 0-1. Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch. Good break to that one, and he's in command, 0-2.
There seem to be different philosophies on it, so Dan, what was your approach at 0-2 counts?
My philosophy is this. I think the last thing you want to do is throw non-competitive pitches, Matt. Throw something down in the zone or just out of the zone, but something way out of the zone doesn't serve any purpose.
Little dribbler up the first baseline. That winds up foul. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Liner toward right center. That gets down, and the inning will continue. VR rounds the corner and is headed home. And he throws it away. And the second run is in. It's now a 5-1 game. He pulls into third safely as 2 runs come across to score away from the play. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Curveball that time, not even close.
He certainly has an open base down there, but you don't want your defender standing flat-footed for much longer.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. He pulls this one into right. Base hit, and that'll get a run in.
Outside of taking a ball in the seats, Dan, these were my favorite knocks to get. 2 outs, man on third, and you're able to upset that entire team, including that pitcher, with a late 2-out ribby knock.
And so frustrating from a pitcher standpoint, Dero. You're in trouble. You're 1 pitch away from getting out of some trouble. Make 1 bad pitch, a base hit, The inning.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
And there's one away.
Right fielder, Abigail Garcia.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss at the good old Uncle Charlie.
His pitch count is in a really good place at this point in the game. He's pounding the zone and getting first pitch outs just like he did on the last guy. We might see him work deep into this game if he keeps this up.
Here comes the pitch for Garcia. Hit on the ground out to short. And the throw is a high one, but he's able to keep a foot tethered on the bag, and that becomes out number 2. Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. And a curveball that started low and broke lower, ball 1.
Well, he's done a great job on the hill throughout this game, and it's something to be proud of anytime you can pitch a good game in this ballpark, especially when it's not your home ballpark.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error thus far for the White Sox. And a slider swung on and missed, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the White. Digging in and looking for more.
Leading off for Milwaukee, designated hitter, Jesus Aguilar. Your attention, please. Now pitching for the White Sox, number 46, Gregory.
First delivery to him on the way. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. This gets foul. It's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back.
Oh, man, he got hurt. His second pitch since coming in, and he serves one up. A reliever's worst nightmare and a big confidence boost to the lineup. Let's see if he can rebound.
Infante, 30 years of age. He's a second-year big leaguer. 1-1 the count. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2.
Hey, that's a really good pitch right there, and that's one of those off-balance swings. As a pitcher, you want to look in and say, howdy, if you're waving at me. A real ugly swing, and it gives you a lot of confidence when you make a guy look that bad. So hopefully he has another pitch left in his repertoire to bury this guy and get him out of there.
And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2 down the third baseline. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Fouled off. And he'll finally just wear him down as this one swung on and missed for the first out. Ready once again, Orlando Arcia. He singled his last time up. First offering on its way. And a changeup right down the middle.
Well, if you could throw it for a strike consistently, a first pitch changeup is effective. Hitters are almost never looking for it.
1-1 the count now. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now. The 1-2. Hit out towards second. Moncada fields it cleanly. In time to first, and there are 2 away. In now is Lorenzo Cain. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the brake, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Popped him up. Abreu moving to his left. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. but the Brewers tack on, courtesy of this solo home run. Back to the top of the White Sox lineup now, and stepping in, Kevin Pillar. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
Pillar.
The windup and the 0-1. And he fouls this one off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. A little bouncer, but it gets fouled. 0-2 is a fastball that misses inside. 1-2 now. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that he's making him throw a few pitches. Most of his teammates have been hacking at everything that comes their way.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball.
He's just having a hard time putting this guy away. 4 foul balls in this AB. I don't think this pitcher has got something that he can get a swing and a miss on.
And the throw will indeed take care of him for the first out.
Now batting.
Ready for another chance? Jose Pirela is working on a 1 for 2 game so far. Drilled right back up the middle. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single. So a ground ball single up the center of the diamond makes it 2 hits for him on the afternoon. And as we take a look at the White Sox leaders in that category, he currently sits 3rd on the team. Here's the first pitch to him. 0-1 the count. Comes set, and the 0-1. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck.
As a hitter, you know the pitcher's trying to work you down around the knees in a double play situation, so making him get a pitch up and actually in the zone is a must.
And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. Riding in once again, Chris Davis. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
This is the bugaboo on the offensive side. You want to stay in there and work a guy's count and hopefully get into the bullpen. But when you find yourself 0-1 every time, hitting becomes even more difficult.
The 1-1 is a sinker in the dirt. Pirela is off at first with 2 away. Back up the middle. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. White Sox stepping in and ready for another shot. Jonathan Villar. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
One of the keys to good pitching is attacking early in the count. That's 2 pitches, 2 swings, and an 0-2 count. Let's see if he goes right after him and tries to.
Now batting, left fielder, Christian Yelich.
First offering on its way. And a fastball just a bit high. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Off the plate that time and a little high. It's even at 2-2. The 2-2. Taken high and deep to right. Back goes Garcia. Still ranging back. Gone! It's a solo home run for Christian Yelich. Number 13 for him on the year, as this is now a 7-run ball game. Into the box now, Eric Thames. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Now the 0-1. And that one just missed outside. Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game.
That's the 3rd time in this game he's gone down on strikes. Not the game he was hoping to have when he was taking batting practice, but at least his guys are ahead.
And that brings up the left-handed hitting Travis Shaw. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Lifted down the line in left. And this will fall, but it's a foul ball. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. A shot to first base and caught there to end the inning. But the Brewers get. So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder Paul DeYoung. A hit in 2 tries for him so far.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
1-1.
These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit so far in this one. They haven't been able to crack the code on their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitches to hit either. This starter has kept the ball on the corners of the zone all game long.
Hit back up the middle. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, 1 away. Here's Miguel Sano. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Up next for Chicago, catcher.
Digging in to try it again, Wellington Castillo. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Chacin steps into the windup. Here comes the first pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball.
Textbook pitching performance so far in this one as we move into the later innings. First pitch strikes, how about over 90%? That's about as good as it gets.
Looking to punch him out again, the pitch. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Down in order go the White Sox. It's still an 8-1 ball game. Now at the plate, Domingo Santana.
The Brewers, the right fielder, number 16.
Greg Holland enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Now pitching for the White Sox, number 57.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Greg Holland.
Looking at a fastball for a strike on the corner. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
He struck him out, the 3rd time he's fanned in the game.
This pitching staff has done a really good job against this guy in this series. This is a really good hitter, and it's not easy to make a guy strike out 5 times in a series up to this point, but that's what they've done to this guy so far.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Curveball that time, not even close.
Well, that's another great hitting count here on 2-0. It's no wonder why they're up 7.
3-0 now.
Count is 3-0.
Here it is, the 3-0 is taken, strike 1. The 3-1 pitch. Takes a strike for a full count now, 3-2. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first two men he faces out of the bullpen.
Now batting.
Digging in once again, Manny Pena. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Ball one to start the at-bat. Bases are empty here with two men out. Hit the other way out toward right field. Garcia is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee, and it remains an 8-1 ball game. Up next for Chicago, Avisail Garcia. He was a ground out victim last time up.
Fielder, Avisail Garcia.
Here comes the first pitch. This one's blooped out toward right center field. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
Ground ball to second. This could be 2. Scooped up. Throw to first is in time for the first down. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Kevin Pillar. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. From the stretch. Grounded back up the middle. Throw in time as he's called out on a bang-bang play at first. Ready for another shot now. Jose Pirela. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. First pitch coming. Here it is. A bouncer up the middle. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning. Digging in now for the Brewers, Orlando Arcia. First delivery to him on the way. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Now back to the top of the Milwaukee order. Digging in, Lorenzo Cain. In his last at-bat, he popped out in foul ground. No balls and a strike to count. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And a breaking ball stays outside. Fouled away. 1 out, nobody on.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
And now a slider in there for a called 3rd strike, and there are 2 gone now.
Up next for Milwaukee.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Jonathan Villar. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Here's a strike.
Pretty adamant about working him inside right now. Back-to-back fastballs, and that one was able to find the zone.
And they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
He's staring a hat trick in the face right now after that swing. He has just got to find a way to zone up a little bit more. You cannot expect to make solid contact chasing stuff outside the zone.
And there's strike 3, so we'll see now if they can manage to hold on to this huge lead as the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. More of the show. Saturday baseball after this. So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now, starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
It's a swinging bunt up the line. The windup and the 0-1. But a big pass at a slider that gets past him.
0-2.
So he threw the slider darting away to him 2 times in a row. Now I don't think he'll go for it again. I'm looking for something hard inside on this pitch.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Sharp ground ball to third. And that's out number 1. And now here's the cleanup hitter for the White Sox, Chris Davis. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1. 0-1 pitch on its way. Hit sharply on the ground. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit. Ready now for the White Sox, Paul DeYoung. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A swing and a miss at the big curveball.
I don't know if this is great deception by the pitcher, great arm action, or just bad offensive approach. They got to find a way to get something in the zone. Somebody's got to be willing to take a pitch, maybe move something the other way to kind of calibrate what the strike zone's going to be.
Runners going. Hard on the ground toward short. And that's in for a base hit. He's 2 for 4 now. Onto the shortstop, but thrown away. Throw comes in quickly from left, so even on the hit and run, they'll hold things to first and second here.
Well, that's surprising right there. Hit and run tactic used to perfection. Ball's hit to the outfield. The batter does his job. I don't know how that runner's standing on second still. You tip your hat to the outfield to get it in super quick, but he's got to take it.
And the runner scores from second as they cut away into that deficit here. It's now an 8-2 game.
Hey, Dero, they're making this guy pay. That's 3 straight singles and a run driven in.
Yeah, nothing hit extremely hard. Killing them softly, station to station with those knocks.
Here comes the Milwaukee skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And that's going to be all now for Yuli Chassin. Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And this is on the ground is short. Could be 2. The second for 1. Throw to first is going to be offline, so they just get the 1 on the play.
They couldn't turn the inning-ending double play. They just get the force out at second, and the runner scores from third.
So here is Avisail Garcia. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. Here comes the pitch for Garcia. Takes this the other way to right. And that'll get down for a base hit. And he's safe.
Hey, Dero, not a bad night. 3 singles, but hey, he'll take 3 for 4 every day of the week.
Yeah, in today's day and age, Dan, where everything's a homer, a walk, or a strikeout, it's refreshing to see this guy throw out 3 base hits.
Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada. 0-1 the count. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And it's quickly 0-2. Runners on first and third, 2 away. The White Sox down to their last strike. Curveball bounces, and that gets by to the backstop. Throw to the plate, and he will beat the tag. Safe at the plate. What a bad time for a wild pitch as the run will score from third. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Popped him up. But no one's going to get it as it's into the camera well area. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
8-4 the final this afternoon. The Brewers used a nice fifth inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back.
Welcome, everyone. Let's jump right in and revisit the news and events from Monday. Starting in the AL West, the Royals only allowed
MLB The Show's coverage. Stepping in, Kevin Pillar. And we are set for baseball here this evening.
Kevin Pillar.
First delivery to him on the way. Line drive to center field. Buxton is there, and he has it for the first out. Now a moment here to check out the White Sox starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan? Please.
Well, Matt, we'll see if Miguel Sano can be a difference maker, as he often is. He doesn't let the pressure of the big moment get to him. I love watching this guy hit in clutch situations. It's like he takes a deep breath and everything stops in front of him. He plays like the Zen man. There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dad. Sent it back right where it came from.
Into the box now, Jose Abreu. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. And a terrific effort out there as he's able to chase that a long way for the second out. Set to get his evening at the plate started, Chris Davis, batting just a notch below 300 so far on the season. First pitch of the at-bat. And Santana with a rare display of wildness there as it's back to the screen. And he'll try to get back now, but it's not going to work. The throw hangs him out to dry, and that'll end the inning. So a good start here for Irvin Santana. White Sox. Here's Byron Buxton now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Twins.
First offering on its way. Laid off as it caught the inside corner. And guys, you take a look at the White Sox entering play here tonight. They were losers last time out, but still in a decent groove as they'd won 4 of 5 prior to that.
Yeah, Matty. Dan, this team is playing well. They're getting closer in the division race. I guess my question to you, I want to ask you, did you find that you started to really pitch better as the summer months started to get hotter?
No doubt about it. Not only does the team start feeling better, but I think you get a good vibe starting to go throughout the clubhouse. You realize that the schedule is starting to wind itself down. Every game is more important. The bigger the game, hopefully the better you play. And this team's been playing some really good baseball lately.
A chance now from Target Field to take a look at the Twins lineup in this one. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, no doubt. I'm here to watch the dynamic play of Byron Buxton. This guy has world-class speed, guys. He can fly. I love watching him run. So if you like watching a guy take over a game with his legs, he's your guy.
Up next for Minnesota, Brian Dozier. He's, of course, a long ball threat, currently 3rd in the American League in that category. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Pretty good pitch to hit there that he let go. I know it's early and they're probably wanting to run his pitch count up, but he may not get another pitch like that to swing at the rest of the game.
So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Joe McDonald.
You know, you got to take your time and feel Joe McDonald out behind the dish a little bit. He has a tendency to move his zone around, usually settling in those middle innings.
You know, all you ask for an umpire is to be consistent. At times, Joe Mack is a little bit too inconsistent, particularly from a pitcher standpoint.
Here now the 2-2. Is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Twins are set down 1-2-3. Still no score. Up next for Chicago, Chris Davis. He enters this one 2nd in the American League in round trippers. And guys, as we take a look at the Twins at the start of play here tonight, they've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Hey, Matty V, we're taking a look at a team right here, D-Row. Through 5 games of this homestand, they're 3-2. I know they were expecting more, but they'd like to win this one here today and get that up to 4-2 on this homestand.
Yeah, this is an important one right here. You don't want to go 500 first 6 games, especially at home. On the road, you can deal with it. At home, this is a must-win.
2 balls and 2 strikes to count to Chris Davis.
Well, 2 straight fastballs inside haven't put him away. So now it'll be interesting to see what he turns to.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Kepler's there for it. 1 out.
Okay, here's how the Twins are lining up defensively. And check out the left side of this infield. You think the pitching staff's not going to want to pitch the righties in to pull and the lefties away to go the other way to the left side? That's because everything's getting caught on the left side of this infield. Should be fun to watch.
Throw to first, and Santana's got it working here. 2 quick outs. Here's Miguel Sano, looking for better results than last night when he went 0 for 4 in that one. Big swing by Sano, and a ball sent to deep left field. And that nearly broke our scoreless tie. Instead, it's a foul ball. The windup and the 0-1. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Dozier has it. Throw on to Mauer will be in time, and that retires. Up next for Minnesota, Logan Morrison. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. No balls and 1 strike. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And now a swing and a miss, and Morrison is retired for out number 1.
Okay, guys, here's how the Southsiders are lining up on D today. And let's take a look at catcher Wellington Castillo, putting the digits down, massaging this pitching staff through the game, and one of the above-average arms when guys try to steal on him.
2-0 to the Twins left fielder. Rosario, a 6'1" left-handed hitter, but throws right-handed. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
Yeah, Matty, there's 3 dates. The time you get called up, and the time you get to arbitration, and one when you finally hit free agency, where you have a chance to truly enjoy this game and get paid for all the hard work. And this is the start of it. The arbitration process allows these guys to finally start making some real dollars in this game.
Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
There's no question he's been struggling at the dish lately, trying to do anything to get himself going. So he's got to feel pretty good after that double. Not to take anything away from him, but I think I could have probably hit that pitch.
Yeah, that's one of those gift pitches, not the location he was shooting for. Behind 0-2 now. And now a slider in there for a called 3rd strike, and there are 2 gone now. Digging in the switch hitter, Jorge Polanco. It was a 2-hit effort for him, including a home run in last night's game. No balls and a strike to count. 0-1 pitch on its way. A swing and a miss at a ball down.
Beautifully thrown splitter right there. High 80s, down in the zone. Looks like a fastball coming in, and then it just drops off the table. You can get a lot of swinging strikes with that.
Bounced slowly back toward the mound. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. Lifetime numbers against Irvin Santana. Batting .500, 5 for 10. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And that finds its way through for a base hit. So with that, the White Sox put their leadoff hitter aboard to start the inning.
He wasn't letting that one go. Jumped on the first pitch right there and drove it into the outfield for a base hit.
Now at the plate, Avisail Garcia. Here comes the pitch for Garcia. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Castillo aboard here at first with nobody out. And it's 0-2 to Avisail Garcia.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
The count is 1
And wasted pitch there, 1-2. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2.
Hey, I don't mind those pitches down below the zone trying to go for the strikeout right there. But you find yourself in a 2-2 count right here. Interested to see what he goes to.
Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. First pitch coming, here it is. Hit out towards second, and that gets through for a 1-out base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
You know, as a former infielder, Danny, they always say you can't be in 2 places at once, but you got to be a little frustrated right here that ball found the hole.
Yeah, that's a tough thing. You make a quality pitch, and a guy shoots one through the right side, normally a vacated spot right there. 9 out of 10 times, somebody's there to make that play. Unfortunately, not, and now we've got a couple of guys on.
In now, Kevin Pillar. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. He hit the ball hard but lined out to start the ball game. The 1-0. Chopped weakly to the left. Reined in to Dozier for one. But one's all they were ever going to get, and the inning will continue. Ready for another chance? Jose Perella. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Little chopper back to the mound. Throw on to first, and the White Sox come up with nothing. Eduardo Escobar standing in. It was a 3-hit effort from him last night, so he was a big part of that victory. And that's on the outside corner for a strike. The windup and the 0-1. A high fastball is in there.
So 2 pitches in a row on the outside corner for strikes. You think he stays out there?
I think he does. One thing you don't want to do, though, Matt, it's not a good idea to throw the same hitter, the same pitch 3 times in a row, back to back to back, but I think he might throw it here.
1-2, here it comes. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out. The next twin up, Jason Castro. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. Tough slider over the inside corner for a strike. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Sharp slider that time. Just missed inside.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you could do with that slider breaking down, and unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line, you see a lot of swinging misses on those.
Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. The 2-2. Swing and a liner. But right to the second baseman, and that's the second out.
The batter, center fielder.
Here's Byron Buxton now. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
This guy's one of the best bunters in the league, but with 2 outs, I'm not sure that's a really good play right now. He might be forced to go ahead and swing the bat and try to get an extra base hit here with 2 outs.
Nope,
and he missed with it. It's 1-2.
I got to count 1 and 2.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Down go the Twins in order. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Back with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as Jose Abreu is ready to start out the inning. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Throw to first in time, 1 gone here in the 4th.
Now batting.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Chris Davis. He flew out in his last at-bat. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Ball 1. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. And a whiff at a good slider that time. A 1-1 is looked at for ball number 2. High chopper to third. Escobar is there. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Up next for the White Sox.
Riding in once again, Paul DeYoung. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
I mean, this is the classic case of ambush tactics at its finest, but this is getting a little ridiculous. I'd like to see some of these guys in the lineup work the count a little bit and find themselves on base and maybe drive this guy's pitch count.
And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss. So here's Joe Mauer. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Behind 0-2 now. Now the 0-2 pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. And a good throw gets him, one gone.
Second baseman, number 2.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Brian Dozier. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike one. The 0-1 pitch. Loud contact by Dozier and a ball with carry to left field. But just foul. Grounded down the third baseline. But this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. Here comes another 0-2. And that slider's almost in the dirt. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Is a called third strike down in the zone.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
And Morrison in front, 2 balls and no strikes.
Boy, this is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like this. 2-0 count. We'll see right here if he lays one in there to give him a pitch to swing at.
The 2-1 home. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
He's looking really great on the bump right now. I mean, it's been a while since he's allowed.
Threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. Stepping up now, Miguel Sano. He'll start things out as we begin the 5th. Here comes the first pitch. Hit hard on the ground to short. Played on the backhand. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now batting.
Ready now for the White Sox, Wellington Castillo. He reached on a single in his first try. First pitch coming, here it is. No balls and 1 strike. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time.
Well, tried to throw a high fastball right by him there. Didn't work, but now we'll see if that sets up some different options. Wouldn't be surprised to see a good slider down and away right here.
Buxton is under this one, and he's got it for out number 2.
Up next for Chicago.
So here is Avisaíl Garcia. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Here comes the pitch for Garcia. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. Line towards center field. And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end. Digging in to try it again, Eddie Rosario will try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. And that's in there for strike 1. Set to deliver the 0-1. Missed with a slider.
These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit so far in this one. They haven't been able to crack the code on their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitches to hit either. This starter has kept the ball on the corners of the zone all game long.
And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far. A little bit over halfway home tonight, bottom of the 5th, as we get a look at our line score to this point. And boy, just 1 hit for these guys, and they have not swung the bats well. That's putting it mildly. No balls and a strike to count. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Hard hit toward the hole. And into left field for a one-out hit.
Dan, are you even concerned about that? You've been pitching out of a wind-up ball game, and now you have to go to the stretch.
It can be a concern sometimes, but you try to, in between starts, to make sure that you throw enough pitches out of the stretch. And he's been out of the windup most of the game, so we'll see how he reacts here after this base hit.
Into the corner and slicing foul. A splitter, but he started it too low as it bounces up to the plate.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
2-2. Lying toward the gap in left center. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances. And he is in there. Now to the plate, Eduardo Escobar. And they're runners at the corners now. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Oh, and he took a big swing at that one as this is driven out to deep left center field. And it is troubled. It finds the gap for extra bases. And he's in safely to third as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play. So coming to the plate, Jason Castro hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
He didn't fool anybody there because he was waiting on that curveball all the way. Stays back and lets it break right over the heart of the plate. Gives it a run.
Notch one in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate. It's a 2-0 ball game. And now back to the leadoff spot in the Twins lineup. Stepping in, Byron Buxton. No hits to this point. Inside with a first pitch splitter, and it's 1-0. The set and the 1-0 pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. Garcia is after it, but this will wind up being a foul ball.
That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse, and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
Escobar at third with 2 away. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is... Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Hard hit ball to second. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. Back to the top of the White Sox lineup now, and stepping in, Kevin Pillar. He reached on a fielder's choice previously. And this is cut on and missed below the knees, and it's 0-1.
We're moving along in this one, heading into the middle innings. This guy continuing to pitch well, and one of the reasons why, first pitch strike ratio over 70% up to this point in this game.
And the 6th inning is progressing quickly here. Now 2 away. Ready for another shot now. Jose Pirela, 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. A ball and no strikes.
Still a little bit early to be worrying about this, but in a 2-run game, a 2-out walk right here could at least get the tying run to the plate. And on top of that, there's some pop on that on-deck circle.
He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. Around second now, and they still haven't flagged this one down. Pirela takes the turn at third. He wants it all. Safe at the plate. And the deficit is down to only 1 now.
The fans are not happy, and I can't blame them. And inside the Parker on that hit, there's simply no excuse for that. And everyone in the ballpark knows it. We'll see if he can shake it off and get out of the top half of this inning.
So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now.
And on the first pitch, he hits it in the air to right. Kepler's there for it.
And that retires the side. But not before the lone hit in the inning. The solo home run makes this a 1-run ball game. 2, 3, and 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Twins, too. So here's Joe Mauer. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. First offering on its way. A high fastball is in there. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And that one just missed outside. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2. Now the 2-1 pitch. The count now at 2-2. The 2-2. Hit out towards second. And that's the first out. Ready once again, Brian Dozier. So now the White Sox manager will slowly make his way toward the mound. And we're going to see a pitching change as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. Curveball looked at here for strike 1. A ball and a strike. The knee buckler, and he swings and misses at it. Skied into straightaway right. Garcia giving chase. He gets there, and that's the second out. Digging in once again, Logan Morrison. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. First pitch of the at-bat. Had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Set to deliver the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
The 1-2. And it's fouled away. And right into the shift. Scooped up on the backhand. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Twins are set down 1-2-3. They lead it. Welcome back to Target Field here in Minneapolis. Twins on top in this one as we take a look now at our game summary through the first 6 innings of play. Here's Chris Davis now. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in the inning as they look to wake up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Davis is carrying around a sparkling slugging percentage up over 500. Obviously a huge threat every time he grabs a bat.
He wasn't fooling anybody with that fastball. He barreled it up nice right there. He's just got to find a way to keep it fair.
Line toward the alley in left center. Buxton patrolling center makes the play. 1 out. So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder Paul DeYoung. He's grounded out and struck out in his 2 trips to the plate. Line toward the gap in left center. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
You think there's any justice in the game, watch those 2 at-bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single. Go figure.
Ryan Presley comes on to pitch here with 1 man gone in the top of the 7th. Here's Miguel Sano. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Ready with the 1-0. A swing and a miss at the good old Uncle Charlie. 1-1. It's a breaking ball that misses off the plate.
That curveball is a pitch you have to get on top of, or else it'll take off just like that one did.
Now the 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
Obviously not where he wanted that curveball to end up, but I guess it fooled him enough to get the swing and miss.
The 2-2. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Wellington Castillo. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch on its way. Right-hander against right-hander as this is a ball 1-0. 1-0 is sent out to straightaway center field. Buxton is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. A man left for the White Sox. They're down 2-1. Ready for another shot now. Eddie Rosario. He doubled earlier in the game. 1 for 2 to this point. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. The 1-0 is taken. Strike 1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Takes a pitch for strike number 2.
If I'm the guy in the batter's box right here, I have to take a step out, adjust my batting gloves, take the pull side out of it, because that was 3 fastballs in a row.
The 1-2. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Now another 1-2. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
Now batting. Right.
Digging in once again, Max Kepler. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. We're in the 7th inning now. The pitcher's duel. 2-1 our score. Fastball misses badly there, and he's behind 2-0. Fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss. The 2-1. Ball even at 2-2. Fouled off. 1 out, nobody on. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. Max Kepler becomes the 2nd out of the bottom of the 7th.
Jorge Polanco.
He's set. Here it comes. A fastball right down the middle for a strike. 2 out, nobody on. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. A ball and 2 strikes to the Twins shortstop.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to take. 0-2 fastball just off the corner, and I mean just off the corner.
Counts even. 2-2 for Polanco. Turned on down the line. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his 2nd base hit of the game.
Man, I thought this at bat was over. Down 0-2. He's able to work himself back into a hitter.
Eduardo Escobar.
Trevor Rosenthal takes over pitching duties, looking to get that final out now here in this 7th inning.
Trevor Rosenthal.
Eduardo Escobar standing in as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. And he comes back with a pitch that misses here. 1-1 to the Minnesota 3rd baseman. Swing and a miss as he pulled the string on him. 1-2. And this one's in the dirt. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And that's going to wipe away the possibility of a double play as the runner moves into 2nd.
Well, this inning was looking routine, and then with 1 base hit and a wild pitch later, things are looking a lot different. Now a base hit scores a run, got to reset on the mound and make some good pitches here. When a pitcher's close to working through a quick inning, that's when you really need to grind out some at-bats. He's done a good job of that.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Striding in once again, Avisail Garcia. He'll start things out for us here in inning number 8.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
You can't ask for anything more than getting a leadoff man on right there. It brings the go-ahead run to the plate. He's in position to do some damage. It'll be interesting to see how the manager plays this one.
Matt Davidson will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 24, Matt Davidson.
Davidson brings a ton of pop to the plate with him, particularly against right-handed pitching. Some guys don't drive the ball as well when facing a pitcher who throws from the same side that they swing the bat, but that's certainly not the case here.
Yeah, this guy just absolutely hammers right-handed pitching. You know, some guys like the ball in, coming towards him, and that's exactly what the righty-on-righty matchup presents itself. A two-seamer in, a four-seamer that leaks out over the plate, a hanging breaking ball. This guy seems to absolutely hammer those.
That's in.
And they come inside with the fastball, but it misses here, and it's back to 2-2. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. Kevin Pillar will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and one away. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Now the 0-1. And no swing, apparently. Ball one.
Man, he certainly got him protecting the plate right there. He almost got him to go around on that slider right there. I would not be surprised if he goes fishing a little bit further outside.
1-2 now.
1-2.
Ready on 1-2. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away. So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Jose Pirela. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run. Here comes the first pitch. Liner towards second. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. The relay, but he gets back in time, safe at second base.
Hey, this guy's obviously seeing the ball right now. That's another hard hit single. 3 for 4 right there. He's looking super solid at the plate.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery.
1-0.
Ball one.
This is a critical point right here. Things are in danger of getting away from him a little, so we'll see how he deals with it.
This is flared out towards second, and this will be put away easily for the out. White Sox strand a couple. They still trail it here, 2-1. Matt Davidson will stay in the ballgame now as he comes on to play second here.
Now playing second base.
Jason Castro, the catcher, is in. It was an RBI sac fly for him last time through. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike. One and one to Jason Castro. One and two to the Twins catcher.
He's going to need to shorten up and get that foot down a little bit earlier if he hopes to be catching up to that fastball.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first is Castro, heading for second now. And the Twins have something brewing right away. It's a leadoff double.
Managers these days like to think of that 9-hole hitter as the second leadoff man, and he plays the role pretty well right here. Gets the leadoff double, and now he
hit high and deep out to left field. And trouble it is. It's down for extra bases. He pulls into second safely as a run will score on the play as well.
Boy, that's a big RBI right there to give this team a 2-run cushion going into the late innings. And it always makes it easier on the opposing pitcher to know they have a 2-run lead.
Yeah, Leo Mazzoni always used to say, old pitching coach for the Atlanta Braves, solos won't kill us, guys. And he's absolutely right. You give yourself a 2-run lead, a solo homer's not gonna do too much damage.
Count now, a ball and a strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And he fouls this one off. Hits are even at 7 apiece. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away. Up next for Minnesota, Brian Dozier. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. In there, strike 1.
This is going to be an interesting at-bat. I think he has to be pitching for a strikeout here, so we'll see what kind of sequence he uses.
Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. Runner breaks for third. Strike called. Now the throw down. Behind the runner to second. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Ready once again, Logan Morrison, runner in scoring position with Jugón. Buxton on third with 2 out. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Chicago, number 46. Gregory in front.
1-1 home. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Garcia will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. A run for the Twins, and it comes on this RB. Back now in the Twin Cities for what remains of this production of Baseball on the Show. Taylor Rogers comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Grounded back up the middle. Dozier fields it cleanly. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder Paul DeYoung. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. Outfield in the no-doubles defense. Now the first pitch. Popped him up. And this will be corralled by Mauer, and that's out number 2. Here's Miguel Sano, and he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. Line drive to center field, and that'll make him 1 for 4 in this one. So he picks on the first pitch here and is able to extend the inning.
That fires me up right there. What a clutch AB, a 2-out single to get the tying run to the plate. That's all you can ask for.
Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. The win would go to Irvin Santana if the lead holds. Grounder down the line at third. And he'll just beat the throw to second. He's in there. Throw on to first here is going to do it. And the Twins have claimed the 4th consecutive victory here as this ball game is over.
Yeah, and they just keep on keeping on. Got a nice little run going here, winning 4 in a row and playing with
TGIF, and welcome to Inside the Show. In the AL Central, the Twins brought out the brooms in a 3-game sweep as they took down the White Sox in front of a home crowd, 4-2. It was their 5th straight victory. In other White Sox news, left fielder Jose Pirela will be out of action for the next couple of days. He's dealing with a sprained elbow. The Red Sox combined for 10 hits as a team as they win against the visiting Royals 5-0. The Rays pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they took down the visiting Mariners 1-0. The Toronto Blue Jays combined for 4 total home runs as they blew out Baltimore 9-3. The Stros broke up their 5-game losing skid as they got the win in a laugher against the Rangers 6-0. The Philadelphia Phillies earned the 3-game series sweep as they bested the Cubbies at Wrigley Field 5-4. Tyler Anderson grabbed the victory, his 4th of the year, helping the Rockies beat the Reds 6-5. Bo Schultz grabbed his 2nd win of the year, leading the Pirates past the Dodgers 5-3. The St. Louis Cardinals got 11 hits overall as they beat the visiting Marlins 5-3. Thanks for joining me. That's all for today. Same place, same time tomorrow. Enjoy the games.